pretty easy.
But no one in my family was
All right, Kanashiro,
It's pretty.
you missed out
I
on
mean-
46, but that's on the list, so you just memorize it.
I
What do you
Kanashiro.
do? I Kanashiro.
Like
Okay, 47. Now, since you're a BC, you're responsible for knowing all the trig functions, like at least up to the fourth power. So, fair game is I can give you any trig function up to the fourth power on the test.
But now that you said that, he's gonna give a
No,
negative
no,
4
no,
power.
fourth power is good.
Wait, those are confusing.
Okay, so, did the book give you a hint?
Yeah.
I don't want you to look at the hint.
No, but
They help.
So what you need to do is you need to split this up into sine squared times sine. Now why? Why do you do that?
Because
Really?
Because if you let u, no
Substitution.
listen, if you let u equal to cosine 2x, then wouldn't this here be part of the du?
Probably. Yes.
Yeah. So what you need to do is you gotta let u equal to cosine 2x, but how can you do that? By using identities. Like what's the identity for sine squared 2x?
Cosine.
1 minus cosine squared 2x. It's the Pythagorean identity. So once you do that, now it's easy. If you let u equal to cosine 2x, what is du? Abe, read it off your paper.
Wait, 47. 2 sine 2x.
Oh, that would be the integral. I'm getting so confused.
Plus,
It's a
no, not
derivative.
please.
Oh, not that.
That's it.
No, there's the
dx.
minus 1 on the
Yes.
test. dx. Again, I'm going to repeat. If you use an equal sign, they better be equal. And they're not equal if you don't put the dx. So, this integral becomes, what do I substitute for this right there?
1 minus
1
u
minus u squared. And what do I substitute for the sine 2x dx right there?
du.
du over negative 2, but you can throw the negative half on the outside. And is that integral doable? Yeah, that's easy. So negative 1/2, the integral is what u minus 1/3 u cubed. And please don't put x. The integral of 1 is not x, it's u. You know why? Because the independent variable is u, not x. That's why every integral needs a d something there, otherwise you don't know what the independent variable is. And then what do I put here?
Plus
Plus
c.
c.
Plus c, and then can everybody resubstitute it back in the last step?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna do the last step, you guys resubstitute back in. And then look, so 47 through 52, these are all powers of trig functions.
I think we skipped.
Okay, so do they have a tangent one? There, right there. Look at you wanna do 51? Okay, it's like that. Okay, but there's also 48 and 49.
No need.
Okay, no, we're doing 48.
They say the same.
No, too late.
watch the
Integral
movie.
secant to the fourth x dx. Now, you're not gonna get these hints on the test, people. These hints are for AB people. So what you want to do is you want to split that up into secant squared times secant squared. Now, why? Why not secant cubed and secant?
Because you don't know cube.
This is not gonna.
No, because see, when you split it up, see like, why did we split it up into square and 1?
It's du.
Because the du part. This is the derivative of cosine 2x. Like over here, A, isn't that the derivative of tangent x? So if you let u equal tangent x, then that's du right there. So that means I have to write this in terms of tangent x, and can I
Tangent squared plus
use
1.
the Pythagorean identity, boy? Tangent squared x times secant squared x dx. And then
Bingo
now,
man.
if you let u equal tangent, see, those of you not keeping up, you're just kind of befuddled, right?
Yeah.
Why am I looking right there? No, you gotta know both your integrals and your derivatives to do u substitution, that's why. So what is the derivative of tan x? Secant squared x dx. Is this u substitution gonna work? Yeah. So this integral becomes, what is that right there? 1 plus u squared. And what is secant squared x dx? du, and that integral is easy.
Easy money.
U plus 1/3 u cubed plus c, and then resubstitute back in. Remember now, if you don't resubstitute back in, that's an automatic minus 1.
Well,
You don't put a plus c, that's an automatic minus 1.
I'm starting to get it now.
So, I'm going to repeat again. Look, to go from this step to this step, you got to take the derivative. to go from this step to this step, you gotta do antiderivative. So if you don't know your derivatives and antiderivatives, what can you do? Just roll over, right?
Roll over.
Oh my goodness.
You never heard that?
49.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
49. No! Okay, no. You know why this is a no? This was on the list. This was on today's quiz.
Throw it on the side and unwanted.
Okay, no, you know what? We don't have to. We have four sides. What is the only way in the whole world to integrate sine squared x? Which
One minus.
you did on today's speed quiz. You gotta use the identity 1 minus cosine 2x all over 2. And what do you know, boo boo boy? The 2's cancel out.
Wait, you need to put that intermediate stuff?
No.
Okay.
But what did I tell you last time? Were you here the last time?
You're gonna change it sometimes.
Yeah, it's not always gonna be x. What if it's 5x over there?
Then we give up.
Then, no! Then you just, if that's 5x, then this would be 10x.
What?
No, if that's gorilla, look, that's 2 gorilla.
Oh, yeah.
So if that's antelope, that's 2 antelope.
Oh,
now I get it. You just use animals and you get it. So, what's the antiderivative of this? X. And is the antiderivative of this just sine 2x? No, because I left the space for the 1/2 and then you put the plus c. Okay, 51. What is 51? Tangent to the fourth. You get no hit for that. Okay, now, you've seen what we've done so far. How do I split up tangent to the fourth? Do I go tangent squared times tangent squared? Or
Yes.
should I go tangent cubed times tangent? Well, you just gotta ask yourself. Okay, let's pretend we did. No, let's just pretend we did.
Doesn't work.
No, yeah, I know it doesn't work. No, but you have to know why it doesn't work.
Because we.
Okay, is either of these a derivative of a trig function that we know? No, so that's why you don't do it. Did she take her cell phone like she normally does?
Probably.
Yeah, she brought her phone.
What
She like,
next?
straight up.
Okay, but Mr. Park, tangent squared is not a derivative of something, but secant squared is. Oh! So, what do you think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna change one of these to, wait, let me call on somebody. Moriguchi, what's the identity for tangent squared x? That's what I'm talking about!
Thank you.
Secant squared x minus 1. Mr. Park, I still not see it. Okay, let's go up here. So, if I multiply this out, you get tangent squared x secant squared x minus tangent squared x, correct? Did I do that correctly?
Yeah.
Now, I would hope by now, after doing dozens, I mean, if you kept up with your homework, you did dozens of problems already, right? If you did dozens of problems, hopefully you can just look at this and write down the antiderivative. Tomorrow. Hit it.
Sure, the
Very good. 1/3 tangent cubed x.
no.
What? Because look, why is it if I take the derivative of that, you get that? Here, let's put it like that. Put the 3 in the front, cancel the 1/3, reduce the power by 1, and then you gotta times it by the derivative of box, which is secant squared x. Boom!
Oh.
You did not. Okay, how about this then? How about that if you didn't see it? Let u equal tangent x, du equals secant squared x, is that correct? So what does this integral become? Integral of u squared du, 1/3 u cubed, right? So 1/3 u cubed, we substitute back in 1/3 tangent cubed x. You know what, we're gonna do some drills after this because you, come on, we're BC. No, we're not there yet. Minus, now we gotta do this one. Okay, let me call it, this is on the speed quiz today, Lau. Tangent squared x, what's the antiderivative? Which you wrote on your speed quiz today.
Minus x plus c.
Very good. Because the only way you can integrate this is you gotta replace it with this identity, right? So you're gonna get tangent x minus x, and then don't forget to put the plus c, and don't forget to distribute that minus sign over there.
Does the minus sign get distributed to the C?
Wait, let me look. No.
Doesn't it not even?
Okay, but it doesn't matter, you know why? Because if you multiply a constant by -1, it's still a constant.
So you can even do minus C.
So you
Okay,
can put
yeah,
minus C.
You can put minus C, but in mathematics, we call that gauche. It's awkward.
That causes so much.
Those of you who take French, Yoshida, gauche means
Left.
left, and left is awkward, right?
Ouch.
No! In the old days, in medieval times, left-handed people were exterminated.
They're killed.
No, 'cause left-handed people
They're straight.
were considered evil.
Oh yeah.
Did they even say
Have you seen American
We're
Dad?
left- we're left-handed.
What?
American Dad, the
Oh,
cartoon
yeah.
show?
Why are we
No,
talking about that?
No, the wife, her parents made her right in with her right hand.
Yeah,
She was
so
left-handed.
back in the medieval times, if you were left-handed, you didn't show it in public. You just pretend you're right-handed.
And now it's like.
Yeah,
everyone's doing it.
just like in the old days, back in like from -400 to +400 AD,
Wait.
So a total of like.
women could not be mathematicians.
Yeah.
Did we talk about Hypatia in this class, or was it not class? Hypatia, Hypatia is the first woman mathematician. She was the daughter of, you heard of the Library of Alexandria?
Yes.
Okay. The librarian, I forget what his name was, but his daughter was Hypatia. She could secretly study mathematics in the library because her father was the librarian. But that was considered evil.
What a rule.
So when the people found out about it, they grabbed her, they tied her up, they attached her to a chariot, and then they rode through the town. And then when that was over, they chopped up her body and burned it. That's what happened. That's
The
a
other
sad story.
Alexandria.
Since you don't want to do that.
Look it up, Hypatia. Yeah.
Wait, wasn't like, isn't it like a tenth of the population writes left-handed?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if this is medieval times, you pretend you're right-handed.
So
Well, it's kind of like meditation in language.
Okay, so you know this thing. I want you guys to see this. Hui, I want you guys to see this. Come on, this is BC, this way. So I'm gonna give you some more. Okay? What if you had integral of sine to the 5th x cosine x? Now, of course, those of you who've been keeping up with your homework, this is gonna be easier than the rest of you just suffer. Okay, look. Just write down the answer. No need to use substitution. 1/6 sine to the 6x plus z. Boom. Bro. Do you see it or don't you see it?
No.
If you let, okay, look.
What's you do?
If you let u equal to sine x, what is du? Cosine x dx, correct? So doesn't this integral become u to the 5th du?
Yeah.
And what's the integral of u to the 5th? 1/6 u to the 6th plus c. Boom.
Oh my god.
Do you guys see it?
Should have kept up with home.
Okay, here, let me do another one. What is the integral of, I'm trying to think of something you guys can handle. Or should I just give up and just do u substitution already?
No. Never give up or BC.
When did you come back?
She never left.
Okay, wait. E to the x. E to the x.
Easy accent.
E to the x.
Plus.
Plus
No, just go sine of e to the x dx.
Sine of e
What?
Okay.
You.
You just look at it and go, oh, negative cosine e to the x plus c.
Duh.
Oh yeah.
Do you see why though?
Yes.
You sure?
Yeah.
Because if you let u equal e to the x, du is e to the x dx. So this integral becomes sine of u du. That's on the list. Negative cosine u.
Seriously.
Okay, you know what? You don't need to do this. This is how Susan Kong could just look at it and write down the answer. No, you just do a few things in your head. Okay, doesn't matter. You do your substitution, takes one extra step. Just make sure you get the problem correct. Okay, what's the next number we're doing? I'm
Movie.
confused here. Next person that says movie.
Gets to watch the movie.
It's gonna, your grade's gonna be M. for movie. M. Yeah, you know, like A, B, C, D, E,
Yeah.
all the way to M. M is the 13th
M is
letter of the
master,
alphabet.
right?
Wait, there's always a 13.
Huh? Can we talk about what we're supposed to talk about here?
Wait,
Can somebody tell me the next number, please?
53.
53.
No, I thought it was way
Oh.
more.
No!
How do you even? How do you know M is 13?
26 letters.
Because my first name is Michael, and I don't know, I somehow memorized that M is the 13th.
What's
letter.
S?
Roman usually.
What's
I don't know, because I'm not Sam or something. If I was Sam, I would know it, but I'm not Sam.
Oh man, I wish my name started with an A.
Okay, now, like I told you last time, if you don't need to do a U substitution, don't do it. You don't need to do it. Like in this problem, do I need to make a U substitution?
Wait, you could
No, you look at that, you can write down the antiderivative. Let me call on somebody here. You are antiderivative of that. Huh?
Oh, what happens? 14 thirds.
No, I don't want the answer. Oh, I see why, it's an odd problem, good one. You make the power one bigger,
She's trying to say.
Three halves.
3 halves,
Two
put the
thirds.
reciprocal in the front. Now, is that the antiderivative?
Some one
No,
to
wait,
four.
yeah, there's a plus C, but remember, this is a definite integral, so the C's are gonna cancel
One
out,
to
right?
four.
But is that the correct antiderivative?
No.
It's not a 3. It's another.
Yes, because the derivative of the box is 1, you don't have to adjust for it. That's it. And all you have to do now is go 0 to 3.
No.
It's another one of the problems that are.
What do you mean, no? Yes, I'm telling you, this is correct. I am telling you, this is correct.
Oh, you didn't have to do.
Wait,
Wait, I thought you
Wait,
were
we
just.
didn't do U.
Oh, we don't-
Yes, okay, listen. You can do a U sub, like U equal Y plus 1.
I did.
Yeah, that's fine, but I'm telling you, if you don't need to make a U substitution, why do it?
Because it's fun.
Because we can.
Okay, can you finish it from here? No, watch what I do. Watch the master in action here.
Oh, and.
Factor out the constant, 2/3. Okay, now plug in the top number. 4 to the 3 halves power.
8.
And here's a mistake students make every year. They think they plug in 0, they get 0. No,
Wrong.
spread.
Yeah,
If you plug in
one.
0, you get 1 to the 3 halves, which is 1. So your final answer is
14
3/3. In fact, some of you made that mistake on the last quiz, right? Remember?
Yeah.
Think about, if you plug in 0, you might get 1 or something else. Okay, one more problem and we're done, 63.
Yeah.
Give me a problem where you actually gotta use U substitution. No, 63 is not it!
Are you okay?
No, I'm not.
Do you need a medical assistant?
I kinda
Blood
do.
pressure medicine.
And I did take my medication. I can still.
I think you need a cookie.
What? You know, I could have been an engineer, making
Why?
twice as much money.
You say that.
I bet have been, I could have been retired already.
Mr. Park, you've been saying
Nah,
you've probably
if
been
you
saying
have
that for the
kids,
last
you know.
20 years. You could have changed.
30 years.
But no, I want to subject myself to pain every day.
At least you're laughing.
You want to
So,
make
wait, let me
engineers.
call this out. Hirano, what is the antiderivative of this? Do I know it right off the top of my head? Yes? No.
Yeah, you
Well, I
do.
Do you? Yes, you're supposed to. You're supposed to say no. Did we come to that part yet on the movie?
No.
Oh, you said it.
That's a preview.
Minus 3 to the negative.
Okay, Wong, substitution.
Natural log T minus 2.
No! Substitution, Lao. You took the speed quiz today, right? Lao, substitution.
Natural log absolute value T minus.
Yeah, absolute value. You know what happens when you forget the absolute value?
It's
Minus
minus
1, minus 2. That's only minus 1. Do I need to put the plus C?
No.
No, and how come I don't need to adjust? Because the derivative of the box is 1. So there's no adjustment to be made here. So you just go from 1 to 2. Don't need to put the plus C when you have a definite integral. Plug in the top number. Natural log
Negative
1. That's why you need the absolute value, because natural log of -1 is undefined. That's why you need the absolute value there. Minus, plug in the bottom number. Natural log 2, final answer. Negative natural log 2, or if you want to impress me, natural log 1/2. Right, because you can put the negative up as the power. I don't know why you would do that, but you might want to impress me.
Mr. Park.
Okay, can we do one problem where we can actually do the U
Can I
substitution?
ask a quick question?
Okay, quick.
If it was like a t
Time's
squared,
up.
t squared, you can't go straight into the ln, right? Can you?
No, that's for 10. You use 10.
Oh my goodness. If this was a t squared here,
Yeah.
if you did ln,
That's wrong, right?
That's 50.
then here's your test. Here's your test, pass it back, you get a 0 there.
Oh.
That shows no understanding at all!
Yeah, that's why I said you can't. That's-
Yeah,
you just confirm.
okay, you're right.
What do you have to do?
10 inverse.
Don't you factor out the steps
Factor
to
out
make it
the-
1 or something?
Yeah, but no, that wouldn't be tan inverse because there's a minus
Yeah,
sign.
there's a-
If that was a plus sign there, then that would be tan inverse, but that's a minus sign.
So we don't.
We're not gonna learn that till we get,
FTC.
that's gonna take a month, at least a month from now. We would have to do what's called a trig substitution.
There's so many
Did you learn that? Okay, good,
I don't,
but you forgot.
You learned it.
no, I learned it, but I don't like
Or you gotta learn to like. Okay, this is the last problem. Can somebody pick a problem where you actually do, okay, you want me to pick one?
69.
Okay, if
66.
I'm making a quiz, which I did already.
60.
66.
69.
Yeah, 60 is kinda easy.
69 is
Either
pretty hard.
56, 58, yeah, any one of those. Somebody pick. 56, 58,
58.
no, 58. Let's do 58. Well, let's just do it. No. Yeah, that's,
Oh, really?
yeah.
four,
I should be the only one. What? What? No, I got the right limits. Okay, now here's a good problem because I'm doubting it. Oh, some of you could just look at it and write down the answer. Calm.
Well,
She's okay, what should I let you equal to? Wait, let me call on somebody. What should I let you equal to? Joy.
Raise your hand so you can see.
4.3.
Exactly. See, you guys have like this intuition now that
I know.
you're doing dozens of problems. Why do I keep looking at 4 plus 3 sine? du is, wait, I'm looking on this side of the room. Hirano, redeem yourself. du.
3 cosine.
Okay. No.
Let's see.
Yeah.
dx. dx. So this integral becomes, what do I substitute for the whole denominator?
for you.
Radical u. What do I substitute for the cosine x dx?
1/3
du over 3, throw the constant on the outside. And what are my new limits of integration? Hui, 1. No, you're 1.
Just
Hui,
answer.
2.
Uh,
I'm looking at, you did dozens of these on the homework. Okay, how do you figure out the lower limit? Look, these limits are for x equals this to x equals that, but when you do,
plug it
okay,
into there.
okay, plug it in right there, go,
Yes.
okay.
For
Mm.
oh,
4 to 4.
4
to 4 is 0.
4.
Oh, stop.
What is this?
Marginal.
Blood pressure.
Michael Parker's blood pressure.
4.
If I plug in negative pi right there, what do you get? No, for the whole thing.
Oh, 4.
Okay, then plug in pi over there, 4.
Hey, that's
You can stop working already, then there's 0. Because the integral from any number to itself is 0. So
So what's the
you
move?
stop, 0. No, but see, wait, some of you are not keeping up, and then, wait, this,
Let's just do something.
you know, I try to help you
involving the
guys,
TV
but
screen.
no, I don't wanna do homework,
테레비 워
I
미마쇼.
don't wanna learn. Okay, that's all I have to say.
No one does that.
Yes, some people do,
I do.
I've seen it,
Your
I watch Modern Family, I see it.
Yeah, that's
So we're
not
all supposed to be
BC,
like
that's
modern
why.
family.
They're not BC students.
What's that girl's name on Modern Family?
Which
Haley.
one?
Sophia
Haley.
Vergara?
Haley.
Sophia Vergara.
It says a lot tomorrow.
Isn't she on Modern Family?
Yeah. Well, so is Julie Bowen.
Can we just watch this film? This film.
Okay, can you tell me where we are?
Wait, that's illegal.
Oh, I wrote it
So,
down.
here, this is what probably is gonna happen.
48.
Maybe when is the quiz?
Tuesday.
Maybe Monday or Tuesday, people actually start coming in for help.
Whenever I come in, you grumble at me.
I grumble at everybody. You haven't figured it out yet.
Why are you here?
I'm pretty sure we're at 48.
Come on, that's stupid.
Mr. Park.
I mean, like, whatever.
No, actually, I didn't update it. No, that's old.
Mr. Park,
I'm
can we
not-
pass on this another one?
Okay, now you guys can have cookies. Okay, get your snacks while I arrange things here.